Hello everyone. I am excited to present our paper, Hierarchical Prompt Learning for Multitask Learning. We present Hierarchical Prompt Learning, HiPro, a simple and effective method for jointly adapting a pre-trained vision language model to multiple downstream tasks. Previous works such as co-op focus on learning a specific prompt for each task, limiting the ability to exploit potentially shared information from other tasks. Actually, the transferred prompt can be reused for similar tasks. Our HiPro combines task shared and task individual knowledge. The task shared prompt, generalizing on various tasks, can be considered as a regularization to avoid the overfitting of the task individual prompt. We cannot assume all the offered tasks can benefit from training together. Significant discrepancies across tasks could lead to poor performance. Only learning the global task shared prompt neglects the information transferred within some fine-grained task groups. HiPro aims to capture multi-grained shared information while mitigating negative transfer between dissimilar tasks. Next, we will provide more details of our work. Vision language models can effectively transfer to various vision tasks via prompt learning. Despite substantial progress, existing approaches still focus on adapting vision language models to the individual task. However, real-world scenarios often require adapting a model to multiple similar yet distinct tasks, also known as multitask learning. Current methods learn the specific prompt corresponding to each task, which cannot leverage information in other tasks to benefit individual tasks. As shown in the figure, for two distinct tasks, a well-designed prompt can leverage the potential connections across them. This paper explores how to simultaneously adapt a pre-trained vision language model to multiple target tasks through prompting. The key insight is that the task shared prompt can significantly complement the prompt designed, or learned, individually for each task. The task individual, handcrafted, prompt captures the fine-grained content of each task. The task shared, handcrafted, prompt represents the general content across tasks. The combination of task shared and task individual prompts can embrace both general and fine-grained content to enhance recognition. Another perspective is provided for an in-depth explanation. In the left figure, the classifier weights synthesized from the task individual prompt, trained on the individual target task, have lower training loss than the weights from the task shared prompt, trained on the combination of all tasks. However, the performance of task individual prompt on the test set is poor, which implies that the task individual prompt has the risk of overfitting. The task shared prompt, generalizing on various tasks, can be considered as a regularization to avoid overfitting. Averaging weights from the task shared prompt and the task individual prompt can improve the performance on test data. Although similar tasks can facilitate each other by sharing knowledge, we cannot assume all the offered tasks can benefit from training together. Significant discrepancies across tasks could lead to poor performance, also known as negative transfer. On the other hand, even for the ideal case, only learning the global, coarse-grained, task-shared prompt neglects the information transferred within some fine-grained task groups. To address this problem, we present Hierarchical Prompt, HiPro, learning to capture multi-grained shared information. Our HiPro constructs a hierarchical task tree by agglomerative hierarchical clustering based on inter-task affinity. Specifically, the internal node of the tree represents a task group containing a cluster of similar tasks, at descendant leaves. Meanwhile, dissimilar tasks would be divided into different subtrees, mitigating conflict. For each node, HiPro learns a corresponding prompt to capture the general information of the fine-grained task group. Our HiPro learns not only task individual prompts, for leaf nodes, but also multi-grained task share prompts, for non-leaf nodes. For inference, HiPro combines various weights generated from learned prompts, leveraging the information in all tasks to improve the performance of the individual task. The main idea of HiPro is to identify diverse fine-grained groups of similar tasks, allowing each task to benefit from learning with various combinations of other tasks. By fusing multi-grained shared information, HiPro obtains better classifier weights that generalize well on test samples. Specifically, HiPro first estimates the inter-task affinity based on the gradient direction of the task pairs. Given a global task shared prompt p-all for all target tasks, the affinity between the I-task and the J-task can be estimated as the following dot product. Given the affinity, a hierarchical task tree is constructed by agglomerative hierarchical clustering. The main challenge of the clustering process is to calculate the affinity between two task groups since we only have the pairwise affinity. Our methods approximate the affinity of two task groups by averaging all affinities of their task pairs, which can also be considered as the average linkage clustering. Given m task groups, including groups with a single task, HiPro independently learns m corresponding prompts. Although each prompt is trained independently, the training is still compact. Since texts generated by different prompts are fed into the text encoder in a batch, one step can optimize all prompts. Additionally, image features can be reused for different prompts, updating without repeating forward. At inference time, for each target task, the Fusion classifier weights are obtained by averaging the classifier weights generated by the task-related prompts. Learned by task groups include the target task. We evaluate the performance of HiPro on 4 multitask datasets, including Office Home, DomainNet, CVPR 100, and a large-scale multitask learning benchmark with 10 image classification datasets. We report the average accuracy of each task over 3 runs. The results of Office Home are shown in table. We can see that our HiPro has consistent improvements over different splits compared with other baselines. The left figure demonstrates an example of the hierarchical task tree of HiPro on CVPR 100. Different levels of clustering have different granularity, which enables to obtain semantic prompts of different properties. HiPro can capture multi-granularity task semantic. Our HiPro can also be applied to multitask learning in realistic scenarios. More details could be found on our paper.